Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to a special spirit message. I was going to put it into a reading, but I feel like it deserves its own video, so I'm going to do it separate. So I'm using a self-worth card because it really is all about self-worth, but this is going deep, and you could be finding that you're experiencing this lately, especially through the good, bad, and hard times, difficult times. It could feel like you're taking 5 steps forward, 10 back, rugs being pulled out underneath you, all your work or efforts being in vain at times, and also on the receiving end of a lot of passive aggressive behavior and remarks. It just feels like everything is sometimes it's just like not the first thing, second thing, third thing, but after like the 100th thing, it could just feel like you just want to throw up your hands sometimes. And they're saying, and this was so supportive that I wanted to share it on the channel, but healing and retraining your inner core to support you more. And you could be feeling like, okay, you have conquered this and probably have experienced a lot of this on your journey and in your life to come into more self-worth and self-value and stand up for yourself and everything else. And you might have even thought you did this by leaps and bounds, but around this time, there's like little nuggets that have still been there that you needed to excavate or look at, only to help support you more going forward. So just when I say this all the time on my channel, sometimes you think like your work is done. It's never done. There's something else. And this has come up so much that I want to put it on a video, but this is healing and retraining your inner core to support you more. So what are they talking about? When all is happening, how are you really there for yourself? How do you support yourself through the good, bad, and hard times? What are you realizing and seeing you do that adds to it? Can you support yourself more, and in what ways? This is healing and retraining your inner core to support yourself more. Yes. Now, they were going on about, it's really interesting too. I don't know if they're pulling me on all these tangents, but I know I revealed in a reading recently that I had a dream about my deceased grandmother, and she turned to me and said, "I love you." Last night, my mother shared with me words that my grandma used to always say, just out of the blue. She said, my grandmother used to say, "It's okay, look at all you can do. It's okay, look at all you can do." Now, I know that almost sounds like a Yoda light for saying, but if anything is happening where you're judging yourself or comparing yourself or looking outside of yourself, just say to yourself, it's okay, look at all you can do. You know, sometimes, and this goes into what they were saying, your quote unquote so-called limitations, your so-called limitations are linked to and part of your quote-unquote strengths and abilities. And if you look closer, that's very true. And sometimes we just get lost and focused on our so-called limitations. Like we're sitting there comparing ourselves to others or, you know, judging ourselves or anything else. And they're saying your so-called limitations are linked to and part of your strengths and abilities. So to know and recognize that and everything, it's okay, look at all you can do. If you can't do that, you're not, you know, that's not a part of your makeup. Okay, it's okay, look at all you can do. I mean, it's like support you better for the good, bad, and hard times for more support. So answer them back to yourself and them. So they were saying, like, when things are not working out, it could feel like sometimes things are not working out. It could seem like everybody's just saying all these passive aggressive things to you. It's very interesting when people do that, because sometimes I don't even justify it with an answer. And then I feel like they now on top of it think I'm stupid, that I'm not catching on that was completely passive aggressive, but I don't want to add any more energy to it. You know, anything that's going on like that, answer back to them and you're enough. All you do is enough. It's all good enough. You're good enough. You be there for yourself in all the ways you truly need with no added judgments to it. They're saying how you treat yourself in those moments can add to and lower you, can also add more stress, or you can work to lift yourself back up and comfort yourself and alleviate it. So notice and do that instead. And this is being aware and retraining your core for more support of yourself in all the ways you need it, for all the times you need it. And this part made me tear up. Do you think you deserve any less? Do you think you deserve any less? And you don't. So in the good and the bad and the hard times, you are there for yourself. And you answer to yourself and to them or to anyone who's coming at you. And when things are tough and in the good and hard times, that it's enough. All you do is enough. You're good enough. And you just be there for yourself in all the ways that you truly need it And they're saying, do you think you deserve any less? And so they said, when things are not working out, this is still true. When receiving passive aggressive remarks in return, this is still true. When you're feeling anything else than above, this is still true. It's retraining your core to support you more. And I love how that even rhymes, retraining your core to support you more. And then there was guided to the self-worth card, and it says, I am worthy. I listen to my needs and desires and honor myself. I give myself the time, space, and loving kindness that I need to make manifest all that I can. I discover my true self by going inward and becoming my own best friend. And so it is truly nurturing yourself and your self-worth. Like they said, it's healing and retraining your core to support you more. Retraining your core to support you more. So I know these are just words, but what I'm saying, during this time, you're going to find, and it could be that, you know, whether it's things not working out, rugs being pulled out under you, or you're being receiving passive aggressive remarks, it feels like your efforts are not in vain. There's some kind of stretchy, like digging deep to come back up with retraining your inner core to support you more for those times. And just when you think it's over, it's not. And I love this thing when they said, do you think you deserve any less? So whenever that happens, you know how to handle it. You know how to be there for yourself, and truly in a real, very real way. I nurture, I support myself. I'm my own best friend. So this is all about healing and retraining your inner core to support you more. I thought it was worthy. Talk about worthy. It's worthy of a separate video, because I want to hold it in my mind's eye and heart, because just when you think it's done, it's like you could be on the receiving end of something, or something happens in your life where you have to be reminded of how you can truly be there for yourself. Yeah, it's retraining your inner core to support you more. I think I'm going to name it that. I wish you the best. Take care. Bye-bye.